Day 2 of GameStop hearing, House Committee of Financial Services. Day 1 recap here. User debuffing value. Let me know if you mind these fakes and I'll pull it down. Just gives me a laugh is all. Web link. Reddit link. If DFV says I like the stock, people are going to be cheering at their TVs and laptops like their team just pulled ahead in the greatest underdog moment in all of sports. I think he would say it, but it will be inside an entire opening statement, so it won't be as impactful. It would probably be something like I just uploaded YouTube videos of my fundamental analysis on the company and the reasons why I like the stock. I think they're going to ask him a stupid question, and he will pause for 5 seconds and then speak into the microphone I like the stock, and it will peak the audio and cause the PA system to whine. Go full PlayStation on them. Yes, just like except this will have the opposite effect and launch DFV to stardom and eventually make him the president. I'll tattoo debuffing value is my daddy on my left ass cheek when this all comes true. Web link. Fui. Howard Dean was sinking before the media played that on a loop for weeks. His fundraising had been drying up and his primary performance was lackluster. Also, if you listen to the screen with the surrounding audio, it sounds like a normal, enthusiastic guy trying to be heard. It's only when you isolate all other noise that you get the Byerg. Forehead tattoo or no bet. Remind me in 1 week. The audio isn't the only thing that's going to peak. Yes, many boners will be had collectively amongst us. Chest beating intensifies. Ape is strong in this one. Say the line, Bart. Only I may dance. I hope that's the only thing he says. Like Marshawn Lynch at the Super Bowl Media Day repeatedly saying I'm just here so I don't get fined. I just learned who DFV is. This person's name will be in our history books. Is there genuine hearing minutes? These are genuinely from my ass. From my ass. You're a professional politician, I see. Nah, the professionals can go far deeper into their own ass with minimal effort. I'm guessing that's from Wall Street getting them warmed up so often. The 18th. When is the hearing? If he wears his headband, I'm going to come so hard that my wife's boyfriend would be jealous of me for once. Nervous sweat, nervous sweat. If he wears the headband, I'm buying more GME immediately. I'm in. You son of a bitch, I'm in. Chuckles. I'm in danger. I'm in the zone. Hey Lana. Deeper. If he's in, I'm in. Is there a prop bet somewhere we can take on this? I bet he wears it. Let me check DraftKings. There's got to be a line we can bet on. Update? Nothing. The prop bet is, if he wears it, buy more GME. If he doesn't wear it, buy more GME. Odds of tendies are 1 to 1. I could write a smart contract for it, but since there won't really be an oracle to trustlessly verify whether or not he wore it or not, you'd have to trust someone to make that call. Could be me, could be someone else, could be a group of judges or trusted individuals. This hearing will be broadcasted. So no real need of oracle. I wonder what the Senate is up to. I am the Senate. Not yet. GME. F it, I'm in too. Imagine if the headband said I like the stock. New #1 video on Pornhub. Girl, I want your stock, daddy. Oh boy, GME, that little stock. Guy, I swear it's being overshorted, it's bigger than this. Come on, rainbow, ox, make me bigger. Red headband equals buy signal. Wear a suit but wear the tie around his head. You, sir, are a freaking genius. If he wears his headband, then we need to incorporate a picture of him into the banner. His all-in bet on GME is this subreddit's mantra. Can someone tell me what day they talk to deep effing value or what day the hearing is? Hey man, your wife and I were talking, you can spend this Valentine's Day with her. As a treat. Wait a second. Why the F is this not being covered more? You know why. The impeachment circus hasn't helped. Not passing any political judgment. I really do know why. I really do. It's ridiculous. The media just promotes whatever they want. They are a business. The only reason they can operate is because they have a fiduciary responsibility to their shareholders. Someone should create a news organization that can have the mass public vote on what stories should be covered. This is bullcrap. They are a business. No, the media is propaganda. Operation Mockingbird. The news is outright, literally propaganda. Man, I love seeing comments like this. Romantic face, this guy F's and has a huge dick. As a non-American, I can tell you that American media is 100% agenda-driven propaganda. They only report on things that the media want you to think about, and then how you should feel about it or react. I don't read state-sponsored propaganda, I only read the BBC. That's basically how Reddit works, and look at what a craphole the unfiltered front page is. Can we do a story on where my wife's boyfriend said no to me eating all the crayons? The media just promotes whatever they want. This is true. Just last week, the media spent 2 days assiduously ignoring the most unique impeachment trial in our country's history so they could demand that the WH immediately fire a deputy press secretary who said some mean things to a reporter who was digging too deeply into his personal life. Haves versus have-nots. Couldn't help but notice how, other than DFV, Congress just wants to hear the perspective of the sleazeballs on the other side of the trade. The ones who stood to get blown up by putting their investors' money at unlimited risk, who risked disrupting the entire financial system by naked short-selling a little brick-and-mortar retailer instead of just letting it die in peace, and who needed bailing out by suddenly cutting off demand and, just like '08, hurting the little guys. Obviously, if you're big enough, you're too big to fail, even if you're a greedy overpaid hedge fund pig who doesn't understand tail risks, pig. Congress, if you want to reduce systemic risk, you really need to make sure fund managers' skin is in the game, and make them personally liable for their clients' money so they don't take risks they wouldn't make of their own personal wealth. Captain should go down with the ship. And for Christ's sakes, more transparency and regulation in short selling. Retail didn't create this mess, they just found it and tried to make money off it. Same thing as Michael Burry during the housing crisis, greedy pigs created a fragile position that he profited from. In this case, the greedy pigs were hedge funds, who DTCC seems to want to protect. Honestly, if you want the quickest way to prime Congress, you'll want to tweet this link to them. Good backgrounder for them to catch anyone with their pants on fire. YouTube link. Cuomo was one of the only interviewers who actually called Vlad on his PR BS, got to say. No, Cuomo is a friend of mine. Especially one engaged in circuses. Don't care for them personally, but Lowbro lit the CEO of Robinhood the F up on CNN while other news networks were like, oh no. That's PR talk. Better back off. There might be something here. Keep your friends close and your Cuomos closer. Your mistake is thinking they aren't already primed. Difference is, they're primed to do whatever their donors tell them. This is all a show so that they can pretend that we have a voice in democratic countries. Bingo. This last year has shown beyond a shadow of doubt that that is a total farce. It would be better to cite the people who've said the same thing but who aren't a CEO directly competing with RH. A single bank is too big to fail. 100,000 WSB guys should be classed as the same and all our losses covered by the government. Maybe they should focus on everything illegal that was happening to prevent the squeeze. Why are they investigating the market as it is supposed to work when there are actual criminals and corruption going on? Because it's Congress, a decent amount of those folks are complicit in this or worse. Decent amount? I think you meant to say all. Not all. But close. Bernie has been a beacon of light in that chamber for a long time, and he has a chance to bring real change. If you think Bernie isn't bought and paid for, then you don't have a clue. He ducked out for Biden and let the DNC steal it for Hillary and got paid for it. Ock doesn't own stock. So there is one. A lot of the boomers in Congress getting paid off by the hedge funds. What is dead may never die. Why do you think RC would buy a large stake in the company if it is a dead company? This is not investment advice and is for entertainment purposes only. The Greyjoys would never invest in a stock, let alone a meme one. Cheap ass me thought I still had a gold to give and was excited about it. Then I found out that all I had left was a silver. Enjoy. Yeah, CNBC, I just pumped silver right there, and then you dumb Fs. Yeah, Biden's just trying to fill it with more Wall Street shills. Obama did it, Trump did it, and Biden's going to do it. Goldman Sachs guy is not on our side. Funny you say that. After Obama appointed Goolsbee to financial advisor, he tried to lay down some pretty heavy-handed regulations on Wall Street. So much so that Obama mama got upset and tried censure him. This Wall Street guy tried to wrangle in Wall Street and Obama cut his balls off for it and almost removed him. Got to make money for drone strikes. At least Obama's White House publicly disclosed them. Trump's increased the number of strikes and stopped publicly disclosing them. Still bad, just different degrees of bad. I prefer my war crimes done with as much transparency as possible. I am not defending it or justifying it. The world is not black and white though. If it wasn't, there would just be murder and not different degrees of murder. The problem is that they absolutely do understand all of these things. And they absolutely would do it with their personal wealth. It's cheating, rigging the system, and they are way too greedy to resist not doing it. I guarantee you someone has likely even done the analysis that shows how much profit is left over after fines, PR campaigns, hiring disinformation agents, buying congressmen, etc. Yeah. That, carrot. The level of hubris in this sub from people with zero understanding of finance and capital markets consistently brings a smile to my face. People used to ascribe things they didn't understand to God, now we just default to conspiracy theories, embarrassed smiley face. So much this. Hedge funds should have skin in the game and be held accountable for any criminal activity they do. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.